It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we're on the road to the Super Bowl. Let the postseason begin. We're underway in this AFC wildcard weekend contest. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go. We're good.
Putting a receiver in motion.
Right.
First snap, and Fields wants to throw. Escapes the pocket. He's taking a shot on his front. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
It began at the 30 and has now jumped to 1st and 10 all the way down inside the red zone.
No muss, no muss. Right.
Working inside the red zone. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
They've got a man in motion.
Right.
2nd down and 10. Fields has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7.
Here we go. Sit high.
Another throw for Fields. Looking touchdown, but can't connect.
Oh, that is going to haunt him. A drop touchdown in the end zone. We'll see how good his mental toughness is if he can move past it quickly and make an impact for them later.
So the Jets are going to try a field goal on 4th down. Greg Zuerlein headed out. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. Bass's kick is good. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Returnable from the 2. And it's the equivalent of what a touchback used to be here, up to the 25 before going out. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cowboys. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go, Lee, go.
Give now to the running back. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
They're set up at the 35 now. They go play action on first. Into the hands of Pat Fryermuth. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That's a good-looking play by the Notre Dame rookie. Gets him a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43.
Here we go.
Here's a give up the middle. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Ashton Davis there on the stop.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Here we go, set. Hey, smash, Bronco.
Back to the well again. And he's brought down after a tremendous effort just to get a couple of yards. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Wilson, the receiver, in motion left. 3rd down from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Every time I see one of those angle routes, I think back to my day one install. Rookie minicamp in the NFL. Texas, angle route. 49ers of the 80s, they were making hay with it then, and the running back's still doing it to this day.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
Hurt, hurt. 60 bicep, 15, pioneer. Hook.
Back to throw. And he's tackled for a short gain.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The 2 were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
Hand off to the back. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to leave him with 3rd and 3.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. They give it to him again. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Just 1 yard there. Now a tough call to make on 4th and short inside of field goal range.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Dicker connects there. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team is out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Tonight.
Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go, son. Right.
Here's Hall once more. He's contained at the line for no gain. Peyton Wilson getting there for the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Hey, 551. Go.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Seeing some early game planning at work here, Brock. They were quick to attack that throw and break it up.
Yeah, this defense knows the importance this offense places on throwing the ball to their tight ends, and they were ready for it and all over it.
Here we go. Mayday. Right.
Fields on 3rd. He's on the move. That's caught for the 1st. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40.
Here we go. Right.
On 1st down, here comes Hall. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play. We've reached the end of one in this opening round of the AFC playoffs. It's a 3-3 game. More from MetLife coming right up.
Don't jump. Ready?
Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Jets football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop. He gets a couple, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
Fields now on 3rd. This will be caught by Adams. They touch him down as he finds enough to pick up the 1st.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
The drive picks up here, 1st and 10.
Here we go. Angel. Tonight.
Shotgun snap, a give to Hall. And he's down into the red zone. This one gets to the 18. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Hey, Ken. Hey, 551. Hey, Ken. Right.
Shotgun snap to Fields. That's caught. It's Breece Hall. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
Here we go. We're good.
They bring Wilson in motion right.
Go.
3rd down, give to Hall. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line. No gain on the play, and that brings up a tough decision for them on 4th down.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Here we go, side.
They send a man in motion.
Alpha. Hey, can. EQ. Tonight.
A pistol snap, Fields. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Quarterback so worried about challenging the DBs in coverage, he didn't keep an eye on the lineman in front of him. He threw it right towards him, and it was easy to get a pop and swat away a potential 1st down.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And it's a nice gain off a really good effort there just to stay upright. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this piece down.
Another carry for him. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you could recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He's trying to push the field. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Let's go.
Looking to the air here. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. They'll throw it. That throw's knocked away and incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Any DB prefers a highlight reel interception, which is forcing an incomplete pass. But as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible on the play, he gets his hands on it and made sure it wasn't completed.
The fair catch taken in at the 28-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And it'll be Jets football. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Alpha. Here we go. Hey, can. Delta. Sorry.
Play action, Fields. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Minka Fitzpatrick has got it. And the Steelers take over. Not an interception by the reigning Defensive Player of the Year. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did. I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic. but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
From the 31. It's caught right side by Freiermuth. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10.
19 target. Go check. Go check. 70 Lions. Go.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Steelers would take the lead with a score. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go. Here we go.
Goal to go. They're passing. Fires right away, but incomplete. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. It's 2nd and goal.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
He gets it headed right. And he's in for the touchdown. The Steelers get some late points and the lead. Chris Boswell for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Steelers break that tie and now lead by 7. Now Boswell on to send this away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, Ken. Here we go.
They start the drive with Hall. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Angel. Hey, Ken. Right.
Fields out of the gun. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Joey Porter Jr. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. Boswell to add the PAT. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Steelers double their lead to 14. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. And he won't opt to bring this one out. Content to keep it in the end zone and start their drive at the 30. They're out and set. First and 10.
That's right. Hey, Ken. Extend.
Man in motion here.
Is that right?
Fields coming back after the pick. Forced out to his right. He'll get this one to Adams. He touched him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a first. One play in, and already they're close to midfield.
Here we go, Scott.
Fields on first down. He's got the hook up to Adams. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw, when you throw it that deep outside the numbers, that requires a serious fastball, serious arm strength, and he just showed it off.
The Jets take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Back-to-back big plays have them all set up. First and goal here.
Here we go. 11. Extend. Delta. Hey, never mind. Monday. All right.
Back to throw. Here's Fields. Yeah, this is Cubs. Touchdown, New York. The Jets make it a 1-score game before halftime. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're throwing for the end zone.
Zerline with the extra point. And the Jets chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. He lost the football. Oh, man, lucky break there. He falls on it himself. We nearly saw their problems really start to snowball following that touchdown.
You could feel, even up in the booth, a full-on panic there for just a moment. But he did make sure it never overwhelmed him. He picks the ball back up. May have cost him some yards, but it didn't cost them the possession.
Probably looking at our final snap of the half here on first down. He'll throw it. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. With this kick, we're back underway. A spot in the divisional round on the line. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Returns looking good so far. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce in your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that sets you up for success.
The Steelers with some very good field positions. They get set, 1st and 10. Plowing up the middle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Quincy Williams making the tackle. Call it no gain on the play, and that brings up 3rd and 9.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9. the gun, they'll look to throw. On the move, headed right. And it's incomplete, so that's going to bring up fourth down.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
He fields this at the 18. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. That punt reaches 50 yards. And it'll be their football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Hey, Ken. Here we go. 575. Go.
They start the half with a give to Hall. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Don't jump. Ready?
Now it's Fields. He'll get this complete to Lazard. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Here we go, son. Right.
Hall running between the tackles. He's out in the clear. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Here we go. Right.
1st down, and they go right back to him. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get 1st downs, against the better defenses in this league.
You got a mini basin, right?
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he hauls it in for the New York touchdown. The Jets start the 2nd half with some needed points. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Zerline on now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Jets make it 17 all. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They go play action here. Was right. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Wow, it has been such a good day offensively for the guys up front. That's actually the first sack by this defense. And now comes the real question mark. Will it lead to more? Or will this offense learn a lesson and get back to the rhythm they've been in protecting?
And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Quincy Williams making the tackle. Calling about 5 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 13.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. 3rd and long for him here. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, the coach wants to see them convert those.
Fair catch called for and made at the 35-yard line. No return on that punt. And they're going to take over possession.
Here we go. We're good.
Nice field position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10.
Test. Bunch right. Hey, can. Sit high.
Field throwing here. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
Here we go, side. Sit high.
Right side into the hands of Adams. And they take him down right along the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Delta.
First carry here for Braylon Allen. And he's able to take this one down at the 25. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the 1st down that comes with it.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Here we go. Bunch right. West right's in. Out. Let's go. All right.
On 1st and 10, it's Fields. Oh, brother, it's another interception. T.J. Turner comes up with it.
This is a time that the communication upstairs from the booth cake down to the field, it starts to get just a little bit hot. These eyes in the sky, they've got to help this quarterback try to see the field, because right now, with the 3rd interception, man, he is killing his team.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Here's the one back on the handoff. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Hey, range is not an optional feature for middle linebackers in today's game. It's a prerequisite for the job. And this guy definitely has it. Followed that play from the start, and he ended it with a loss.
And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
I think I could see his eyes from the booth. He was envisioning the return and simply dropped it. You got to secure the pick before anything else.
Not a good spot to punt from. They really want to convert here on 3rd.
Let's go now. 19 right.
Putting a receiver in motion. To the air, 3rd and long. He just kept going the wrong way, and that's going to cost him. That is a safety. That one is not going to get any easier to watch during film study, Brock. Some chances to go down, but Instead, opting to keep extending the play, and then all of a sudden, in the end zone for a safety.
Yeah, ultimately, there just comes a time where you've got to understand where you are on the field, right? Hey, I'm trying to make a play. I'm trying to make a play. That's all great in the middle of the field. But when you're in the danger zone like this, and you could give that defense 2 points and energize the other side, you got to know where you are on the field and just get rid of the ball.
Here we go. Nelson. Hey, Ken. No muss. Go.
First down throw for Fields. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
11. Here we go, son. Tonight.
Hall takes it straight ahead. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Patrick Queen arranging in for the tackle. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on third down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done?
Tonight.
Out of the shotgun, Fields. He's going deep this time. And the big hitter will not be reeled in. That's incomplete. And that would have made for an impressive catch on our final play of the third quarter. So on 4th down, the Jets turn to a fan favorite. It's Thomas Morstead to punt it away. Takes it in at the 26. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold. New series coming up following the punt. And the Steelers will take over possession. First down, ball at the 36. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Dumps it off to his running back. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on second down.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Hits his running back. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains, but I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out, and this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. They connect on the deep shot. And that's a Pittsburgh touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hey, Ken. Right.
They'll start this one out with Hall. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Don't jump. Ready?
They go right back to Hall. Blast through midfield. Down the sideline inside the 30. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count. Offense to the line for second down.
Chips left. Hey, 551, 551. Is that all right?
Shotgun snap to Fields. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
I think everybody on the offense was already thinking about the next play to run as they watch that short little throw to the tight end. You really don't expect to see many of those gimmies dropped.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Here we go, Scott.
A pistol snap, Fields. Complete beyond the marker. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of third downs just like that.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Here's second and 11. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Here we go, Scott. Mayday, mayday, mayday. All right.
Fields on third. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give the Jets a first down.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Here we go, Scott. Easy, 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 easy. All right.
Second down and 10, Fields. He beams one deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So now it's going to be third and long.
Here we go. Hey, Can. It's all right.
Another throw for Fields. Escapes the pocket. He has the first over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. 16 yards on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down.
Here we go. Alpha. Hey, Can. All right.
From the gun, it's Hall. Gets to space right side. Crosses the goal line. Touchdown, New York. The Jets take a fourth-quarter lead. Breece Hall with the touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. Found just a little bit of space, and he took advantage all the way for 6.
Big time. I mean, so big time. You know, and you hear running back coaches, Kate, say this. They'll say slow to explode through. And he explodes all the way for the touchdown.
And he's into the end zone, so that turns out to be a very smart risk. They've got the lead in this fourth quarter. It's all lined up. Morstead ready to send this flying. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's out of bounds up across the 25. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing it to start this drive. He's on the move. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. They send the tight end in motion. 2nd and 10 now. Finds a man right side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Give him 13 on that play. And that's a Steelers 1st down. Moves slated downs to approach here from the 40. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Roman Wilson reels it in. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. He'll throw it yet again. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Steelers trail by a field goal. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he runs this one down to the 22-yard line. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
And finally, they're able to bring him to the ground. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
Hey, look, Kate, you can't just ask one tackler to go mano-a-mano and stop this guy. You got to have the cavalry coming. One guy makes a hit, the others are there to clean up and pile on because one-on-one, he's going to run right through you.
Wary of the clock here, Brock, but at least all their timeouts are still available. It's 1st and 10. And he runs it inside the 10 to the 9. The Jets take their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second and 6 coming up here. Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Still one more in their pocket to use. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. First and goal. They give it to him again. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Now Boswell on to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
EQ! Here we go, son.
Back to throw. Trying to push it deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball, too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Here we go. Tonight.
Setting up to pass. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. 3rd down coming up. Woo, very fortunate that didn't go as a turnover. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You got it. Here we go. Tonight.
To throw. And they got there in time. He's taken down. Timeout called by the Jets. That's their final one. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
We've learned how valuable sacks in a pass rush are in today's NFL. It's a bit surprising, isn't it, Kate, that that's their first sack of the game, but they found other ways to produce success on both sides of the ball.
Don't jump.
And they finally pick up a much-needed sack on that stat sheet.
Go.
Desperation time here on 4th. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
No timeouts remaining here, partners, so they can just run out this clock. They take one final knee. Time's going to run out. Brock, their playoff story begins with a victory.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So the Steelers come in and take this on the road. And you never want to count out those wild card teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from New York.